she didn't answer my email for a year.
Okay, we're tossing it back over to her. Hey, I'm Fran, and we are here playing Cinematrix Live with...
Boots Riley. I'm the writer and director of I Love Boosters in theaters now.
Boots, we have our classic 3x3 grid for you.
Okay.
We've got 3 people, 3 categories. So we've got Francis Ford Coppola.
All right.
Tessa Thompson.
All right.
And Guillermo del Toro.
I've met all of those people.
Perfect.
All right.
And then we're looking for films of theirs either based on a book or a play.
All right.
With the character name in the title. And then released between 2005 and 2026. You can start anywhere.
All right. Francis Ford Coppola, Bram Stoker's Dracula, for based on a book or a play.
Absolutely. That's a movie with incredible costumes.
Yeah, the costume design and the detail in the costume design was amazing. And I don't remember which direction it was. Someone that was the costume designer also became the production designer, or vice versa. And actually, for my show, I'm a Virgo, we were going to try to rip off that style for the suit, but it was just too complicated to do.
There's amazing costumes in I Love Boosters.
Oh, yeah.
You worked with Shirley.
Shirley Carrata. Mm-hmm. Not only do I like her style, she's able to work on a low budget, meaning like, she'll pick the things that she has to build and be this new thing, but she also sees that, that it's all her work too. So she's sourcing, getting stuff from thrift stores, getting stuff from designers she knows. We used a lot of SCAD students. Mm-hmm. She'd be like, how about this? Great. How about that? Amazing. How about, so it's very easy for me.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite costume that she designed for this film?
The plaid that bursts out three-dimensionally. Yeah. That was a dream that she and Christopher Glass, our production designer, working together, realized.
Where to next?
Let's see. Tessa Thompson, book or play. Hedda. Tessa is like an amazing talent. And she always tells this story, which I need to correct the record on, about me not wanting her in as Detroit for a second because she was too famous. Mm-hmm. And but what I have to say is the other side of that story is she didn't answer my email for a year.
Okay, we're tossing it back over to her.
She is one of my favorite people on earth.
Should we finish up based on book or a play?
Yeah, let's see. Based on book or a play, I mean, Frankenstein, but I'm not going to say that. That's too easy.
Okay.
You know what? Maybe it has to be Frankenstein. That might be the only one.
It could be Frankenstein.
However, this is a thing that I will say. When I first met Guillermo, he showed me his drawings in his book. And he was like, these were my drawings for Haunted Mansion, for Disney's Haunted Mansion. This is what I wanted to do. And I never followed up with him, so I don't know this. I do know him personally, but I don't know this. I'm just starting a rumor. Those drawings looked a lot like Crimson Peak. So I wonder if his Haunted Mansion was basically going to be what Crimson Peak was.
Yeah.
And I could see how Disney wouldn't let that be Haunted Mansion. All speculation.
All speculation, but we'll run with it. Where to next?
Character name. So... can I just say Dracula again?
You could swap out Dracula and then do a different one for based on a book or play.
Okay. So I'll do Apocalypse Now for based on a book or play.
Absolutely.
You could also do Outsiders. Wait, was Rumblefish a book too?
Gorgeous movie in black and white.
Oh, yeah.
But color is so crucial to your films.
Yeah. I mean, I think maybe black and white felt different at that time when you did have everything so much in Technicolor. So I could see black and white at that time being more rebellious, right?
Definitely.
And right now it just means like, I like cinema,
Yeah. Was there a color you started with when you were thinking about I Love Boosters?
No, what I started with was more material, like piles of material, like a giant pile of material, which actually we end up doing in the movie at one point. The color came to me as I started thinking about it more, and I was like, I hate being in department stores, and now am I really going to write something where we have to be in a department store?
Yeah.
So I was like, how do I make this feel as exciting to myself as it would feel for Corvette, our main character? And that's when I started thinking about monochromatic sets and things like that, and then came up with the story reason for it.
All right, where to next? Do you want to stay in character name for title?
Yeah, we could do that. Character name, Tessa Thompson. So that was probably supposed to be Hedda, so I got to move Hedda there.
Yeah.
Based on a book. I mean, does Thor count?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
I mean, the Thor movies are also really kind of maximalist.
Definitely Taika Waititi's Ragnarok was, yeah.
Are there other maximalist filmmakers whose work you really like or see?
I don't know. And I guess I'm letting people call me maximalist because it gets people to the theaters to see I Love Boosters. But I don't know, I don't think I approach it in that way. I approach it more like collage, and it just so happens to get to a level that people can describe as that. What I'm trying to do visually, it's more like what I think of when I read Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Like, there's just all these little details, or Toni Morrison, or Salman Rushdie. Everything is something. Like, it's a name that's juicy. So I'm looking for cinematic versions of that. And maybe my biggest influence in cinema that maybe leads to that maximalist idea is Parliament Funkadelic. They might have lead guitar, electric guitar, playing over an accordion, and then under that is some non-verbal gospel choir singing, and then someone's doing spoken word over that, and it all fits in. Often when I'm trying to get to what I like and try to understand it, I'm looking at music and other art and seeing, like, how would I do the cinematic version of that. But I'm fine. People can call it maximalist because it's a word. Yeah.
Should we finish up the category on character name for Guillermo?
Easy. Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah, absolutely.
What
was the first of his films that you saw?
I think I saw Kronos. But then when I saw Pan's Labyrinth, that was when I first became aware of him as a director. It's just even early on in the movie, could tell, okay, this is commenting on fascism, and it became really interesting to me because I've had various phases in my life of being for and against being an artist. I think that came during one of the against phases and kind of gave me a little bit of idea of what I could maybe use film for. One day, when I decided I was a filmmaker and had written Sorry to Bother You, and had gotten in to become a filmmaker in residence at SF Film, they had a luncheon that Guillermo was going to be at. And so I got up next to him at the buffet line and started pitching him my movie. And he was like, whoa, wow. And then, I remember he was like, this is going to be great. How many films have you made?
Right.
And I was like, none yet. And he was like, oh, I don't know about that. He was like, you need to get on the phone, just start shooting stuff.
So we've got one more category left, 2005 to 2026.
Let me see if I can, the hardest that I could get.
You can go for rare picks.
It's going to be hard for me to get a pick from 2000, a rare one, because I don't remember the title of Coppola's 2005 to 2026 films, except for the one everyone knows, Megalopolis, which I really respected him for doing.
You showed that film to the cast of Boosters, right?
Well, we just went.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went. I think might have got them to do a screening for us. Not to the cast, but to the crew, just as going to see what it was. And I loved that he just was like, well, fuck it. Like, what am I going to do with this money? Like, let me make a film.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of the film itself. I'm a fan of little pieces of it, like the set The production design on it. They did use miniatures, and like when they have those the statues moving, it just is so compelling because it's done in camera.
Yeah.
Right.
Boosters has miniatures too.
Oh yeah, we have a lot of miniatures. Actually, the guy who shot our miniatures shot the miniatures on Megalopolis, and also on Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Amazing.
They made a lot of the city of London. Bram Stoker's Dracula is a huge influence for me in the way that most of that was in camera.
Yeah.
And that's one of my favorite movies. Megalopolis, I like that. He was just like, I'm going to do whatever I like. If I want Adam Driver to do a to be or not to be thing, fuck what the audience wants. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not that kind of filmmaker. I do want the audience to like it. I know that they might not. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I'm going with the intention of getting the audience on board.
Where to next? We've got Tessa Thompson and Guillermo del Toro.
That's too easy. Okay, I'm trying to make it hard for myself. Was Hellboy in that?
Hellboy
What?
2.
Hellboy 2?
Hellboy,
Really?
the first one comes sooner, yeah.
Oh, yeah? Okay. I like Hellboy 2.
I do too. It's sort of a gothic romance.
Yeah, it has this, actually, the same guy, I should say his name, Chris Warren, who did shot the miniatures and shot the miniatures on my movie. They also did the burning bed thing, the bed upside down on fire so that the flames went that way. He told me that. That's a little piece of inside info I have on Hellboy 2. Tessa Thompson, did I say Sorry to Bother You
No,
yet?
you should say Sorry to Bother You.
Say
That's
Sorry
your
to
movie.
Bother You. Okay, Sorry to Bother You. And also continuing with that story, because I was like, oh, she's coming out on all these movies, and also Lakeith too, to be fair. That's why I changed what their look was.
Yeah.
So I'm often changing people's look. I want people to have a distinct thing for that role. So we worked on changing her look. Me, her, our hair and makeup, and came up with this thing that really felt like there were a bunch of girls in Oakland that were looking like that. So it really worked.
There's another collaborator in Sorry to Bother You that's also in Boosters, and that's Tune Yards.
Tune Yards.
Score. Can you talk a little bit about working with Tune Yards?
Yeah. So Tune Yards have worked with me on Sorry to Bother You, on I'm a Virgo, and on this. When I went to the Sundance Directors Lab, I had the script, I had the title font, and I had score cues from Tune Yards. So it made everybody be like, this is a movie, right?
Yeah.
And it was also amazing. So it was part of how we were able to get the movie made. And with I Love Boosters, I originally was listening to the score to Black Cat, White Cat while I was writing. And when I got 20 pages in, I sent them the 20 pages. And I was like, this is what I'm listening to. This is what this movie is going to be. And they started sending back demos. And actually, the song that you hear in the opening credits that comes up every time, that was the demo they sent when I was 20 pages in.
It's awesome.
And and it's pretty much unchanged. Maybe we mixed a little bit or something like that.
Boots, you've gone 9 for 9 on our grid. Perfect score.
I feel like I should do something more because it was too easy. Like I should
you can come back and we can make a harder one for you next time, next film.